Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. If you haven't been here before, then you're very welcome to join me, and I hope you enjoy everything I've got on my channel. Today we're going to be doing this look here, a little bit of a tutorial, and I'm going to be talking about anxiety and how you can do things to help yourself get through. In the meantime, don't forget to like this video right this second. Subscribe, please, if you haven't already. I know a lot of people are subscribing at the moment, and it just is so exciting, I can't tell you. But if you haven't subscribed yet, just push the button. If you'd like to buy me a coffee, I have a link in the description box, and I'm always ready for a hot beverage at any time of the day. So without further ado, I will segue nicely into a tutorial on this look. Right then, as you can see, I've done one eye already, and I think it looks not too bad. Now then, how to start? Well, first of all, I will tell you about a new product that I'm trying. Now, you know I'm on a no-buy, but I am running out of primers, so I thought I would try this Revolution. It's called Super Matte Primer, and it comes like this. It's in a little pumpy thing. It's very not slimy, what's the word, silicone-y, but it does smell absolutely lovely. It smells of pineapple, so that's a winner for me, and I think it has actually improved how my KVD locket is sitting on my face, so that's good. Lips, I thought I'd do them beforehand this week, just to save time, and what I've done is I've got my KVD Everlasting in Witches, and I've topped it off with another KVD, which is the Everlasting Glimmer Veil in something I can't read, which is blue. But these are discontinued, so if you like this black with blue glitter on look, I highly recommend Stay the Night by Collection. They're very get me teeth in. Very reasonably priced and pretty much a dupe for the Glimmer Veil. Maybe a little bit more opaque, but what can you do? A fraction of the cost, even if it wasn't discontinued. So there we are, and in my waterline I will be putting good old Barry M, what's it called, waterproof neon blah in the shade Caution, and I always like to start off with this. I know a lot of people finish with it, but I don't know why that is. Let me know, do you start or finish with your waterline? Right, so off we go. Now, I saw this look, or the look by which this was inspired, done by, of course, the effervescent and celestial MakeMeUpMissa a couple of weeks ago, and I thought it was absolutely gorgeous, and I thought I would like to do that. However, she was using the new Lois Cosmetics Meet Me at Midnight palette, which, shock horror, I haven't bought because I'm on a no-buy. At the end of her video, though, she did say that you could do this look using Age of Opulence by Beauty Bay, Book of Magic by Beauty Bay, and that was fine. So I got mine out. I did have a dry run the other day, but I found out, having done that, that I also needed to use my Beauty Bay Sunset Horizons palette as well. So yeah, it's 3 palettes, but if you've got them, it saves you buying Meet Me at Midnight, which can't be bad. So we start off with Age of Opulence. Here it is. And here's the colours. Beautiful. And we're going to start with the two blues, Curfew, which is a dark blue, and Lavish, which is the light blue. I'll just show them to you here. Here is Curfew, very, very, very dark blue, and Lavish is a sort of, well, it's too dark to be sky blue, but it's very similar to the eyeliner and the lipstick, hence me using it. So somewhere I have got some brushes. Right, I've got the brushes this time, so off we go. And blue round, not the crease because my folded hooded eye folds over the crease, but what would be the crease. So we look straight ahead, take it round and along the lower lash line as well. So just very gently drawing in the shape. And this is the thing, see, when you close your eye, you've then got the shape that you need, and you can go back in, take an actual, you know, dollop of product and get it on there. And that is the dark blue. Now, of course, if you haven't got any of these palettes, you can still try and recreate the look, because they're very straightforward colours that you would have kicking about somewhere. And then I'm going to go over the top of that with the Lavish blue. Right, to start blending that out, we're going to go in with Dandy, which is this lovely sort of almost burgundy, sort of purpley sort of colour. And we're going to go around the edge with that. Not going too far over the edge, because the thing with this look is the colours need to just sort of bleed into each other rather than being big bands of colour. I might do another one with big bands of colour another day, because I was just watching my friend Debbie from Vinyl Beauty. I'll link her channel somewhere for you. And she did a great one the other day with neons from the Blend Bunny Surge palette, which I, again, haven't got. But yeah, she did a really interesting look with the neons there. And I'm quite keen to try and emulate that. So here we're going round, just tickling the edges with this colour. And then the next colour we are switching palettes for, and we're going into Sunset Horizons, because we haven't really got a reddish colour that we can use. So I'm going to go in with, here's the palette, Sunset Horizons, and here's the colour, Flamingo, which is quite pink and sort of a mixture of pink and red, really. So I'm just going to take that very lightly around the edge, and where it meets the Dandy colour, that's where it gets nice and red and dark. So, and again, take it round on the lower lash line as well. There, just gently patting it, trying to get it to blend together. do you know, I think we're on course for something slightly symmetrical today, which is lovely. And then after that, we need an orange colour. So of course we're back into Sunset Horizons with the shade, I nearly said with the flavour then, with the shade Sorbet. And that is a lovely, get the mirror out of the way, that's a lovely orange here. And again, just tickling the edges with it, just trying to get the colours to melt into each other. I hope you're all fine wherever you are in the world. I know there's a lot going on, and some people get very anxious in troubled times. But the thing is, things that make you anxious fall into two heaps. Things you can do something about and things you can't. Great historical and national and international events you can't really do much about. So obviously they're worrying and upsetting, but unless you're actually going to be one of those people who volunteer and go and help, or volunteer and help from home and send things, then there's no point worrying or being anxious, because that's not going to do anything or help anybody, let alone you. So things like that, yeah, you can help. That might relieve your anxiety somewhat. I know a lot of people are collecting stuff to send overseas at the moment, and if you think that would help, then obviously go right ahead and do that. Bear with. There we go. The other thing, of course, is if you're feeling anxious about things that you can do something about, like, oh, I don't know, prices of everything going up. Well, you can actually do something to help yourself feeling anxious about that. You can say, if the price of bread starts going up and up and up, which it apparently will, you maybe might want to watch a couple of YouTube videos on making your own bread. I mean, it'll save you a lot of money. Might not save you any time, but it'll save you a lot of money. If you're anxious about your friends and family, then is there something you can do? Can you help them? Can they help you? Or are they making you anxious because of their negativity? In which case, drop them. I know that sounds horrible, but if you've got so-called friends that are negative towards you and always putting you down or saying things about you that aren't true, then cut them out of your life. If you've got family who, say for example, don't approve of the way you look or the way you dress, and say it's just a phase if you're a young person, and if you're an old person you'll know it's not a phase, but if they say things like that, it's not going to help you. So either don't listen to them or stop seeing them for a bit until they get the message. There's just no point in making yourself anxious about things that you can do something about. I've been feeling very anxious about the strength of my bones and my muscles now that I'm getting older. And I could sit about on the sofa worrying about it and feeling anxious, but instead we've joined a gym. I'm starting to see some benefits in that. Sometimes I don't want to go out for a run, and then I spend all day feeling guilty and anxious about that. But the only way to stop that guilt and that anxiety is to go out and do a run, which is what I did this morning. And boy, can I tell you, I felt like $1,000,000 when I got back. Didn't go very far, but that's not the point. I was out, I was in the sunshine, I was in the fresh air, I was running along, and I saw these ladies who had been doing a bit of what looked like boot camp work, and they were having such a good time. There was only like 4 or 5 of them, but they were doing some circuits, they had some basic equipment, and they had a trainer, and they just were laughing and smiling. And I stopped and I said, I've got to stop and tell you, you look like you're having such a great time. You're really inspiring me to get on with my run, but I wanted to tell you how happy you looked and how much fun you seemed to be having. And they were really pleased that I'd said that, and it made them feel good and it made me feel good. And they were out exercising in the fresh air, so was I, and I think there's a lot to be said for that. Bear with, I'll just do the next part of the story here, which is the lid colour, and that is in the Age of Opulence palette, and it's the blue shimmer. Can you see it there? Yeah, you can. Called Decadent. So first of all, I'm just going to put it on my finger and get it on my eye. It's beautiful. I might take a little bit of the lighter blue shimmer called Revival, put that there, and then take a brush, take the darker one and put it over the top, and just try and finagle the edges. Excuse my runny nose. So the thing is, fresh air, it's more than just something you can breathe. It's something that can soothe your soul, or your mind, if you don't believe in souls. It's just getting out there. If you live in a big city, there might be a park near you where you could go and stand under the trees. Maybe there's some ducks you can look at. If you're by the sea like me, you can listen to the waves crashing on the shore. If you're in the countryside, there you have it. You can just get out and walk about, and this time of year there's all sorts happening. There's lambs are coming and flowers are starting to come through and everything's turning green, and it's just amazing. And if I did a study on this when I was working to help the well-being of my colleagues, and I read a study that said even if you look at pictures or videos of the natural world, that can actually help you feel better in yourself. So if you are feeling anxious or upset or worried, watch some beautiful nature videos, look at birds and animals, and just let yourself go into it, because nature, as I always used to say at work, can nurture you. So, you know, just a thought, just to help you if you are feeling anxious about anything. I mean, I used to be anxious all the time. I mean, I cannot tell you, ridiculously so. Last piece of eyeshadow going in. It's from the Book of Magic palette, actually. Here it is. And it's the, what does that say? Charmed. Charmed, I'm sure. Here it is. Lovely colour, and I'm just taking it on a tiny, tiny brush and putting it for my inner corner. What was I saying? Oh yes, I used to be shockingly anxious, but I'm not so much anymore. And the reason for that is I try, where possible, to think as I've just been telling you. If you can do something about it, do something about it. If you can't, just let it go. I mean, if you worry about what other people think of you, if they're people you don't know, there's nothing you can do about it. You can't affect them. You can't change them. If they're thinking good things about you, great. If they're thinking bad things about you, who cares? People think bad things about people all the time. That's just the nature of human beings. They're either selfish or jealous or something horrible. Anywho, I have here a brand new Essence liquid ink, because even though I'm not supposed to be buying new things, I can buy things I run out of. New Essence liquid ink, new Essence Lash Princess, which I bought on Just My Look, which is a great site because they do free postage in this country. So I'm just going to do a line here, and I have been loving the old asymmetry recently, so I'm going to do some asymmetrical lines. And where is it? Here it is. Yet another nail tool. They're very good, these. You can buy them on Amazon, and if you do a lot of nail varnish work, they're really handy for that as well. Get a little bit of eyeliner, and then I'm going to be so careful with this, because if you bollocks it up at this stage, I'm not going back and starting all over again. Right, there we are. And as I say, mascara, and I'll do that in a second off camera because that's very boring. And lashes today are my lovely pound lashes in the style Lucky. So bear with while I put them on, and then I will come back and you can see the finished look. And here is the finished look. I think it's rather lovely. I thank Missa very much for doing the original and inspiring me. And I thank you all for sticking with me to the end of the video. Thanks a lot. Don't forget, if you've got any sorts of pets or animals at home, kiss them for me. Stay strange, everybody. In these troubled times, you've got to hang on to whatever makes you you. Whatever it is, however strange it is, just hang on to it. And I will see you all next time. Bye for now.